I'm Susie. I live in Sydney. I'm from London, and I work in media.
Perfect. Could you describe how did you spend your last week?
I spent my last week having the most amazing times. A completely varied set of experiences that I could never imagine when I booked what I thought was a yoga retreat with a few activities built in. It was magical in lots and lots of ways. An amazing set of people and amazing place to stay.
Could you tell us something more about place where you stayed and those amazing people?
So the villas that Cynthia chose were all absolutely stunning. We're sitting in the surrounds of one of them now. Perfect places to connect, engage and spend time together, like perfectly luxurious and amazing sort of holiday space, but then set up in such a way that we could eat together, do yoga together, share experiences and really genuinely connect. What was the other thing? The genuine experiences. So what Cynthia does is quite extraordinary. She builds so much into the retreat that you couldn't imagine. Surprises filled with kind of love and care for both the places that you're in, the local people that you can connect with, and the people that she's catering for. And she genuinely does seem to almost manage to factor something in that fits for every single person individually, as well as collectively as a group, and facilitating that group coming together and genuinely bonding. We've just done it over Christmas, which is obviously a time where people want to connect, and if they can't be with family or for whatever reason have chosen not to be, it's magical to be able to connect on an incredibly deep level with people in a very short space of time. And part of the reason that we were able to do that is because of the incredible experiences that she facilitates that help you bond.
Beautiful. Could you maybe tell us something about content of this retreat? Was it only yoga or was there something more? What was your favorite one?
So one of the best parts of what we did was a volcano sunrise hike, finishing with a silent disco stroke meditation, dancing with monkeys in the middle of the sort of the landscape, to an extraordinary soundtrack put together by people for us to feel the most possible. The experience itself was every part of it was spectacular, and I think it would have been enough to do what we were expecting to do. It would have been more than enough. We all had an incredible time, but then surprising us the way she did was pretty extraordinary. So yes, that was one of the great experiences, working with a local social enterprise to help them, actually doing something that gives back, and helping produce something that Cynthia's also adopted as her own merchandise. So bamboo straws, which in their very selves are eco-friendly and help give back, was another incredible experience, allowing us to connect with locals on a much, much deeper level than you'd ever be able to do just as a normal tourist would be able to.
If you could describe the vibe of this place or of this retreat or of the last week, what would it be?
So Ananda Vibes being the name that Cynthia's chosen for the company is so fitting, because vibe doesn't really, it doesn't fit most experiences. There are a lot of yoga retreats, I'm not sure you'd be able to say there is a vibe to it. It's more like you're provided with the classes that you signed up for, and the yoga and the meditation, and it's not so much about a vibe, but this was so fully about a vibe, about curating experiences that meant people genuinely connected. So it's totally relaxed, and yet seamless. So all these things were happening in the background to allow it to be absolutely perfect that we didn't even realise. And Cynthia all the while organising all these things and being fluid in the way that she created them. So if something needed to change, it did. And yet she was so present throughout that we felt her company unfiltered by what she had to deal with.
after this 1 week, is there anything that you are taking away with you? Any transformation? Any good memory? What is it? If there is anything.
I think I woke up today with an insight that community is lacking so much in our everyday, and you can connect through experience and you can share experiences with other people without there necessarily being something which you genuinely bond over. But this was that reminder to fully look after yourself, to think about what's going on beneath, what you need to deal with, to drive you forward, whilst also creating space to help others. And you help others even just being around them and helping make their experience. And all of that is a reminder to take that back to you every day. So at the beginning of a new year, I think we've all had an incredible reminder that that's what we need to take as resolutions forward into our next year and beyond.
Who do you recommend this retreat? Who do you think it's for? What kind of people?
I think it would be difficult to think of people who this wouldn't be good for. It's all of us have had a magical time. I think if you're looking to not connect with people and you want to be totally solo and to not have to be part of an experience in a community, then maybe this isn't the right thing. You can absolutely still find that here, but you have to choose to walk away. It's not set up in such a way as to deliver you a totally private, alone experience. Or similarly with just you and one other, if that's what you're looking for, is something which provides you with activities to do with a partner or a friend. Maybe it's not perfect, but for anybody else, I mean, what's not to like about having adventure built in with yoga, built in with meditation, with self-reflection, community, other people? I mean, there's so many things that you will enjoy. One thing to remember is because it's not just focused on the yoga, it attracts a community of people who are not just focused on yoga. So people who are from all walks of life, from all countries, and it's not a purist yoga experience. It builds in so much that allows you to interact with the place around you, which is amazing. So yeah, I think most people would enjoy it unless they're looking for something so specific that the varied elements of this won't appeal.
Fantastic. I think we got it. Is there anything that comes to your mind, or any final words?
Was I supposed not to say about the silent disco?
No, I mean we can, or we don't have to use it.
Okay.
So it's okay.
Would you prefer I did something which doesn't mention it? Like I just say my favourite experience without using it?
Or if you have any, yeah, okay. Well, could you describe it without actually saying it? What would you say?
Well, I'd say that
Like
you know you're going to have a sunrise hike, and that in itself, we did it on a really important day. We did it on Christmas Day, which is a fantastic time to see the sunrise and to have this quite meditative experience. But Cynthia's real fun side shows through, and she surprised us with something up there that transformed it into so much more than we knew we were going to be doing. So we knew we were going to have something that was going to be amazing, and that was incredible by itself, but what we ended up doing took it to a whole other level.
a bit mysterious, huh? Okay, it's good. But I think we will anyway use the images, because it's too funny not to use the images of you dancing. But yeah, I think that's it.
But I didn't say silent disco in that one.
You didn't.
Which is better than, because the first one I actually say those words, whereas it could just be that we're dancing with headphones on. Somebody might not work out why. Possible. Yeah, I'm just trying to think if there's anything else I really wanted to say. No, I think like that covers it. Yeah. Is there anything else like that you need that you haven't got from other people? If you don't like slut dropping, don't come.
What is slut dropping?
If you don't like beer, if you don't like alcohol, no, that's not true.
Actually, I like this, like putting it in a way, you know, if you don't like, I mean, not same wording, but if you don't like great company, fucking good time, blah blah blah, don't come. Something like this. Maybe.
Sure. Okay.
It could be like ending punchline, so it should be brief and punchy.
I'm great at brief and punchy, you know that. Okay. So, if you're trying to decide whether or not to come, I think the simple answer is if you don't like great community, great food, a great location, great accommodation, great people, great teachers, then don't come. Otherwise, book it now.
That's fantastic. We have even call to action now. Done.